The college football coaching carousel is spinning yet again and maybe faster than ever, as some big programs are showing their high-profile and long-tenured coaches the door. But with every firing comes new opportunity, and myself, Zacharia, alongside Jezenia Marrero, will have you prepared with who's the right fit to turn these programs around. Let's take a look at some of the hottest openings on the market and who could fill these spots. To start off, we're going to say the list of Power 4 schools with head coach vacancy are as follows: LSU, Penn State, Florida, OK State, Vatech, Arkansas, Stanford, and UCLA. A lot of hot spots opening up. We're going to start it over in the SEC with LSU. Jezenia, start us off.
I'm going to go with Eli Drinkwitz taking this position in SEC. He's at Mizzou already, so it's already that SEC culture. He already knows what he's basically going to be walking into. He had an amazing 2023 season. Ohio State was defeated by Mizzou during the Cotton Bowl, which is just crazy to think. You know, Ohio State is one of those teams that you're not expecting a team like Mizzou to take them out, but he was able to get it done. As well in 2023, he won SEC Coach of the Year, which just shows his resilience and passion for coaching and how he was able to really put himself in a different box and stand out in a role like this. Additionally, he was at App State before. He really brought their program up, brought Mizzou's program up. Yeah. And I think that's what LSU needs, especially with a big change. And if some of his players decide to transfer over to LSU, once again, they're going to stay in the SEC, which is something that I think both sides would enjoy.
Yeah, you touched on the transfer portal over there. I think that he's done an outstanding job with that transfer portal. Mizzou's a good job. If a team like LSU comes calling, I don't see how he doesn't take that call. For me, I went a different angle. I went to the ACC. I went with Brent Key out of Georgia Tech. Led the program to a winning season and a bowl win. And now here they are fighting for an ACC title and a spot in the college football playoffs. When you look at, I think, another thing I just kind of thought of on the spot, SEC. He's got the SEC ties. He was coached under Nick Saban in Alabama. Other than that, LSU, they have a lot of needs. They lack an identity. They lack physical toughness and grit. And I think Brent Key, he has all of that down in him.
With that being said, though, I feel like Georgia Tech has been having a year.
Yeah.
And he's going to want to carry that, in my opinion. I don't know if
he's
going to be ready to leave.
It's his alma mater, too. It's going to be tough to pull him apart. But once again,
in Atlanta,
LSU,
to Baton Rouge.
A high-profile program like LSU, I think it's enough to pull him apart.
Yeah.
One other name I'm going to toss out there, Dabo Swinney. I think he's having a horrible season at Clemson. However, you can't beat him, join him, why not? Next up, we're going to stay in the SEC here. We're going to go to the Florida Gators, former powerhouse, looking to come back.
Oh, James Franklin is my pick. It's right here in the middle. Came from Penn State. I think a big problem with Penn State is he's done an amazing job at recruiting. You know, got a lot of good guys in here. But the hardest part about recruiting at Penn State is the location, State College. It's not a place where you're going to get either a Florida kid, a California kid down south to come to the middle of Pennsylvania, especially with the winters. So I feel like he could do an amazing job recruiting at Florida.
Absolutely.
He was in the SEC before when he was at Vanderbilt. He took Penn State's program and just completely did a 180 for it when he came in, won the 2016 Big Ten Championship. Although he couldn't take Penn State and bring it to the next level, I think a fresh new start at Florida would be a great fit for him. What do you think?
I do like the start because of what you said. The pipeline there is ridiculous out in Florida. However, Franklin's going to have the same problem he had there. He can't win the big games. If he only plays two tough opponents per year, Michigan, Ohio State, he can't defeat them. Put him in the SEC, I don't know if he's beating teams like Mizzou and other guys like that. I don't know how he would possibly match up against Bama, Georgia, better coaches than him. We saw it in the Big Ten. He just could not beat them. But recruits, they're going to come flying into Florida. My pick, I went a little underground here. I went with Eric Morris from North Texas. And my reason for this, hear me out. I know it's not the big shot, Saban, Meyer that a lot of these teams want, but Eric Morris, he's a quarterback whisperer. They got a 5-star recruit in there, former Gatorade Player of the Year, and he's struggling right now. Eric Morris, some of the notable guys he's worked with, Patrick Mahomes, Cam Ward, who was a 0-star recruit, he found him. And right now, in North Texas, he's leading his offense has 46 points per game. That's leading college football right now, led by Drew Messmesker, a redshirt freshman who's a former 0-star recruit. DJ Lagway, he needs a shot, a fair shot with a coordinator that's going to really boost him up on the offensive side of the ball. I think Eric Morris is a great pick here. Everywhere he goes, he's proven he could build a winning program. He was with Incarnate Ward, and they went 1-10 first year. Then they were fighting for a bowl game after that. Now, North Texas, they're fighting. They might have a shot at the ACC title. But, yeah, that's why I went with Florida. Underground guy, quarterback whisperer. I feel like he can make some noise at Florida.
Quarterback whisper.
Quarterback whisper, you know it. And then we're going to end it off with, we could not talk about Penn State here. James Franklin's gone.
James Franklin's gone.
Who's going to lead this franchise?
I'm going to go with Ohio State's Brian Hartline. They brought Jim Knowles in, so I feel like with them bringing Jim Knowles in last year, there's probably going to be a ton of coaches changes in the Penn State football program. But I think Jim Knowles will stay because of the fact he just got here. He wasn't really able to prove himself. So bringing him in as head coach is already going to mesh together very well with Jim Knowles when they go into their Ohio State play style here at Penn State. He has done an amazing job with his wide receivers. He has Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate right now developing those two players. He had Marvin Harrison Jr., Emeka Buka, first-round picks. Also, it's going to be really good if he does come here is that I think a lot of the wide receivers he's been recruiting will flip and maybe come to Penn State, and that's what Penn State needs. A good quarterback, which hopefully they'll work on, and a better wide receiver room.
The only worry I have with Hartline is a little bit of me is thinking, I don't know, he had a lot of talent.
I forgot to mention, he already did an interview here, so
he did, and
he's interested.
And they're saying he aced it. For me, I switched it up a little bit. I went to the SEC with Texas A&M's head coach. It's going to be hard to get this guy to leave his alma mater. Texas A&M right now, I think ranked number 3, undefeated. They're a tough team.
They're a tough team.
He built this team from the bottom in 2 years, did it with Duke, now he's doing it with Texas A&M. If you're Penn State, you're trying to take a big swing on one of these guys. If you can't get a Myers, Saban, I say, give Elko a call, see what he's doing out there.
Call him up.
And, Kraft said he's looking for a coach who fits the toughness and the blue-collar work ethic. I think Elko's your guy. We'll see how he does in the Big Ten. He's doing SEC right now. He's making it work. Big Ten's a big place, and it's tough. Turned around Duke, turned around Texas A&M. I think he's the guy who can lift this team to bigger places and win a national championship. But only time will tell as the college football playoffs closes in and all focuses on winning a national championship. That's all the time we have for this edition of Culture Central Sports. And be sure to continue to tune in and subscribe for more content like this.